Peruvian-born rapper in Harlem, speaking out about his situation in song. His name is Immortal Technique.
Immortal Technique.
And here is his story in his words.
You know what it is. Immortal Technique. My name is Immortal Technique, a revolutionary artist.
I'm from where the golden diamonds are ripped from the earth.
I was born in Hospital Militar de Lima, in South America, in Peru. And I moved to Harlem when I was very young, and I've lived in this community ever since. They said that the success of my music was theoretic, but my revenge is sweet enough to murder diabetics. During the 70s and 80s, there was an influx of violence and a practical civil war that existed in Latin America based on two polarizing forces. Blacker than back in the days of the tar and feathering, a cancerous endocrine, the eagle-ass American. Authoritarian military dictatorships that were set up by the USA and communist insurgencies that were funded by Russia, or whether they were aided by China, or whether they were just peasant struggles. Percussion thumping like the Russian mafia over ya. So my father sees this violence, and he sees the rampant inflation that exists, the collapsing economy, and he decides that it's time to leave. To go to the so-called developing world, the third world, whatever people want to call it. The only way that we could be successful to the eyes of superpowers is if we privatize everything, you know? We'll sell you the water, we'll sell you the communications, the transportation industry, our diamond, or oil. Everything that we have is now owned by you. And when people do things for you like that, they don't just control your resource, they control you as an individual.
When I speak about Harlem, I speak to the world. The little Afghan boy and the Bosnian girl, the African of Sudan, the people of Kurdistan, the third world American, indigenous men, Palestinians, Washington Heights Dominicans, displaced New Orleans citizens, beachfront Brazilian favelas that you living in. The hood is prime real estate, they want back in again.
I think if democracy in the minds of American people is voting once every 4 years, then we're really You could vote 1,000,000 times and still not be represented. There's a movie about a slave called Kunta Kinte, where they say, no, your name's not Kunta Kinte, it's Toby, and they whip him till he says, no, my name's Toby. Barack Obama, the press puts him through these horrible Toby moments where he has to deny his own people, where he has to reject Pastor Jeremiah Wright.
But even they know what it's like when you fighting for Svoboda, whether Slavic or Islamic, vodka, gin tonic, drunken fantasies are cool, son, but here's the grim logic.
John McCain is the only Republican to not come out and publicly denounce the Latin American immigrants in America. He understands that Latinos are very machista, you know what I mean? They can appreciate a war hero. Latino people have fought for this country for years and years and years and years. World War I. World War II, Vietnam. There's a whole shitload of us in Iraq right now.
Half a war over to bring it home colder than dead soldiers.
A Latino president? Sure. I think there'll be one. I think it'll be interesting to see how his Toby moment works out. I want to be there for that. I hope I'm still alive, you know what I mean? Immortal Technique, Harlem, New York, you know what it is.